Welcome to Violent Verdict. I'm Adam,
I'm Jamie.
and today we're listening to Jamie's pick.
No way.
Yeah, way.
It's
And there's no guest today. It's just us.
just us.
It's just the two of us. We're gonna make out after this.
Wow.
We were making out before too.
Oh god. We're listening to Fallout Boy,
Ooh.
not to be confused with Fallout Boy.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say not to be confused with Panic at the Disco,
Not to be
because they
confused
are
with-
the same band to me.
fair. I never listened to Panic at the Disco very well. I didn't listen to enough of that of them.
They have they've had the exact same career trajectory of being like fourth wave emo bands that got big because of MySpace scene they were both kind of like theatrical a little
Mhm.
bit, and then they both said, "Screw it, we're not making emo music anymore. We're gonna go pop."
Mm-hmm.
And they both make some of the most obnoxious and annoying hits of all time, while also making some like pretty solid stuff early on in their career.
Yeah,
Early Panic at the Disco, great.
it's pretty all right.
Early Fall Out Boy,
It's pretty good.
it's pretty good.
This week we're listening to their debut album.
Some of the earliest of Fall Out Boy.
The earliest Fall Out Boy, not the demo. There's one song from their like debut demo on this album. This is called "Take This to Your Grave." It came out in 2003. It is 39 minutes and 26 seconds, which is perfect.
2003.
2003.
Where in your life were you when this album came out?
I was in the 10th grade.
Wow.
I was the perfect age to be a Fall Out Boy fan.
Yeah, 100%.
Let me tell you something, Adam. I was not a Fall Out Boy fan. I was not into this music when I was in the 10th grade.
You know, I was kind of surprised that you picked this at all, because I've never thought you to be into this kind of music,
I am into this kind of music,
really. Because
but I was not a Fall Out Boy fan. I thought they were posers.
oh, they were though.
They were, but
They posed their way into success.
But this album is extremely catchy. I picked up this album last fall.
Really?
Let me tell you why.
Why did you pick it up?
I'm getting there, baby. I picked this album up because I started emulating PlayStation games, or PlayStation 2 games rather, on my PC.
Oh, and let me
And
guess.
this, one of the songs on this album is on the soundtrack to Burnout 3 Takedown, one of the greatest games of all time.
Truly.
Yeah.
I was thinking it might have been a Tony Hawk game.
No, you would be right. I think there's a Fall Out Boy song on a Tony Hawk game soundtrack. I do not know which one it would be. I think it's on one of the Thug soundtracks. But this is
I loved the
oh,
Tony Hawk Underground. So good.
very good. Actually, I went back and played them. They don't actually hold up very well. But that's a game that
Why don't they hold up?
just the mechanics are really old, and there's like a lot of like stuff where like you have to like go to like skate over to somebody, talk to them, and they'll be like, there's drug dealers on the porch, skate, like grind the rail and get rid of the drug dealers.
Yeah, the Tony Hawk's Underground made it was really trying to be edgy.
Yeah,
And it was also funny because it would be like skaters doing the voice acting, so they'd all suck at the voice acting.
they're all like
They'd be like,
hey, guy.
the gnomes, they took my stuff.
Yeah,
Help me get my toilet. You'd go up to like an outhouse,
yeah.
and then they'd be like, you'd like knock on the door, and you'd be like, help, dude, the gnomes, they took my toilet paper, please. And then it'd be like sketch on 14 gnomes, and then you'd go like you'd sketch and pull their pants down, and then you'd get toilet paper from them, and then you'd bring it back and be like, thanks, I'm like
I'm skating at the park next week.
Thanks,
would
man.
you like 2 tickets to my show?
yeah. He's like, oh, you really saved me. And then he teach you Christ air.
This
Yeah.
is 100% accurate.
Like, those games were special.
But anyway, so this is a EA Tracks contribution. This album. This album was released by Fueled by Ramen, which is a smaller label. This is their only
Right.
release for that album.
They Fueled by Ramen, gotta be one of the most influential alt
Yeah,
rock
sure.
like labels of all time.
Yeah.
Like that. Think about all of the bands they came up, like Devil Wears Prada,
Yes.
Fall Out Boy,
Motion City soundtrack.
like so many. There's more. 21 Pilots is on Fueled by Ramen.
Well, anyway,
I
they
think
fell off.
Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, perfect. Actually, I want to cover one of the Jimmy Eat World albums one of
Yeah,
these days
I'm
too.
not I'm not commenting on the like quality of all of the Fueled by Ramen acts, but the significance. Notable artists: A Day to Remember, Fall Out
Hmm.
Boy, The Front Bottoms, Rico Nasty, 21 Pilots, 303. The Academy is like
Oh yeah, okay.
Dashboard Confessional, Jimmy Eat World, Gym Class Heroes, Lights. Like there's so many.
That's
Yellow
crazy.
Card.
Oh, Yellow Card, really?
Yeah, man.
Jeez. Yeah. So this is the only album that they put out on Fueled by Ramen, and then they switched to Columbia Records, which they were with for basically most of their career. I think they've gone back to Fueled by Ramen now. Um, album was produced while the band was flat broke. They recorded in Madison, Wisconsin. They were so broke that they had to ask studio staff to take their per diem for food or for drinks, I guess, in the studio and get them bread and peanut butter so they could eat between takes.
Huh.
Um, Gradual interest in the band following the release of this album led to them playing 6 days on the Warp Tour in 2004. I guess the rest is history after that. They were on the Warp Tour for many years after that. Their next album is technically their like smash hit breakthrough album. This one has a lot of listens on Spotify though. Um, this album has gone on to be being called a pop punk masterpiece and a vital blueprint for the 2000s pop punk sound, which is probably why you think it sounds like another band because the sound was wildly influential to other bands that wanted to sound like Fall Out Boy. Or Fall Out Boy wanted to sound like other, one of those things. I think it's pretty good. And as always, if you pick one of the greatest albums of all time, you're always going to hear a winner.
I mean, sure. Let's just say maybe I'm not the most fond of the fourth wave of emo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think that there's a lot of fun, catchy songs that
Mm-hmm.
emerge from the fourth wave of emo, but I really tire of its aesthetic. Um, a lot of it's pretty generic, and also like it was weirdly misogynistic. Like a lot of the time,
Some.
like so many people were just catching strays for being a woman. They were just, like, and this album specifically, like, it's not that bad, but this is a breakup album, and there are some lines that toe the line about where, like,
It, it's a it's like a breakup album. So Fall Out Boy does this thing like on a lot of albums, and like this is only stuff I've found out because I've researching this album. But they do this thing where like there's a lot of conflicting emotions on in like songs where like they'll be like I love you but I also like I hate how much I like you kind of stuff.
yeah,
Um it's very all over the place in sort of tone. But I didn't think it was that like it's you're probably right. It's kind of borderline. Fall Out Boy does this dumb thing on like virtually every one of their albums though, where the song title is like 17 words long,
yeah.
and they do that on virtually every one of their albums.
It's not the worst. It's not. They're not as bad as it can be, but they definitely love doing that.
Yeah, and
Um,
usually the song title has nothing to do with
the song.
the song.
It might like it's usually like just like a funny sentence,
Yeah,
like
like
reinventing the wheel to run myself over.
that's a great title.
It's a great song title.
Yeah,
It's long. I don't even think it's remotely relevant to the lyrical
not
content.
really at all. Actually, not even a little
Yeah.
bit.
Or Chicago is so 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This was a similar thing with a lot of the like metalcore at the time.
Mhm.
Like I remember The Devil Wears Prada, which I guess was a few years later in terms of when they popped off. But similar kind of emerging from the emo post-hardcore MySpace kind of scene.
Mm-hmm.
And they got some weird. I'm trying to pull up some titles right now.
I mean, on another Fall Out Boy album, they have "I'm like a lawyer, the way I'm trying to get you off,"
Yeah.
which is a good line, but it's a really long title.
Yeah. Here's some Devil Wears Prada titles. HTML rules, dude.
Nice.
Don't Dink and Drance.
All right.
You Can't Spell Crap Without C. Reptar, King of the Ozone. None of these songs are about any of these,
No.
but they're like quirky, kind of funny.
Yeah, there was this thing in the early 2000s and specifically in genres like this where um you had to do that.
It was funny. I think it was a cool.
Yeah.
It was it was a way to. It was almost a way to virality,
Yeah, and
right?
it
It
was
was like
jokey.
it was internet discussions, and it was funny to see like a song like that. Before, like you were writing songs titles that you're like the announcer needs to say this.
Yes.
Whereas now you're like, oh, people can discuss this on their music forum. So if you make something funny enough, people will be like, what the heck is this? And just check it out. And it's like it's not like acclaimed artists didn't do this. Like what Fiona Apple's second album is you know what the title of that album is?
Tell me more.
Okay, the title of Fiona Apple's second album is called "When the Pawn Hits the Conflicts, He Thinks Like a King. What he knows throws the blows when he goes to the fight, and he'll win the whole thing before he enters the ring. There's no body to batter when your mind is your might. So when you go solo, you hold your own hand and remember that depth is the greatest of heights. And you know where you stand, then you know where to land. And if you fall, it won't matter because you'll know that you're right." You
That's
could,
too long.
yeah. People just call it "When the Pawn."
Oh, perfect.
And then I think her next album was called, no, her next album was called Extraordinary Machine. But then after that, she did The Idler Wheel is Wiser than the Driver of the Screw, and Whipping Corks will serve you more than something will ever do.
Needlessly wordy.
Yeah, but also like, man, we got to talk about Fiona Apple sometime.
Yeah, one day. Sure. Absolutely.
I love Fiona Apple. Sufjan Stevens also liked really long
Yes.
names.
Come on, Field, Illinois.
Oh, that's not even close. Sufjan. This is just gonna be a podcast of us listing long song names.
Yeah, right. One of the reasons they talk about Chicago, by the way, is because they are from Chicago.
Oh,
So there
that's
you
so
go.
2 years ago.
So 2 years ago, and musically, this album has a whole lot of like palm muting, really kind of loud power chords. The drumming is pretty good. The bass player is a bass player.
Whoa. He's not just that's Pete Wentz you're talking about.
Yeah, it's Pete Wentz. Pete Wentz wrote
Emo heartthrob.
heartthrob. Pete Wentz. Pete Wentz wrote most of the lyrics on this album, and Patrick Stump, the former lyricist, is the vocalist.
Yes, and apparently Pete Wentz and him got into a lot of arguments about the lyrics on this album.
Yes, because they were trying to take it more seriously. Previously, Fall Out Boy's lyrics were slightly more jokey.
I mean, the thing about their name.
Yes, Fall Out Boy is a reference to The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Fall Out Boy is Radioactive Man, the comic book hero, his sidekick in The Simpsons.
But now it's probably way more people know of him as the band.
Yeah, really, honestly. I think this album's okay. I really enjoy listening to it. It's a pretty good listen front to back. Like not every song is a banger. I'm not a huge fan of the song "Dead on Arrival." It's
what?
I don't
What?
like if you listen to
Maybe
the
I like it
first.
because it was in Rock Band, and so I grew
Oh,
up
was
with
it? Okay, I didn't realize that. But anyway, the I don't like the way it feeds in from one to that song, the first track to the second track. I don't really like how it feeds into that. Some of them are okay. Some of them have a really good chorus. Some of them have a really good melody.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this album is made up of like kind of saccharine sweet pop mixed with like moody emotional lyrics.
Somewhat.
And some of it can be, sometimes it's painfully generic.
Yes.
It's painfully generic pop punk. And I think that that's something that they kind of grow out of and turn into their own sound as they focus and really hone their pop music chops on the subsequent albums.
Yes.
And they get an identity that they just don't have on this record as well.
Yes.
But there's a lot of tracks on this album that are just super catchy, pretty tightly written,
That's right.
fun pop rock songs.
Yes, and like they have really good riffs. I will say that Fall Out Boy's riffs are really good, and they know when to put them in like certain sections. Like they do a thing on most songs that there's a chorus and then a post chorus, and it's usually 2 lines, and usually the riff in the post chorus goes hard.
Yeah.
And they do it on almost every song, and they were all basically played at the same tempo except for the last 3 songs.
Yeah.
I don't know. Why don't we give it one last listen?
I think we should. The first track. Tell that first off, pardon the Irish slur. But tell that Mick he just made my list of things to do.
Today.
Oh my god. I didn't yeah. It must have cut off when I was writing it down.
This is a line from the movie Rushmore by Wes Anderson.
Oh.
I think that guy's character's name might have been Mick.
No. In this case, it is referring to an Irish person.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like the movie Rushmore. That's Wes Anderson's like first like breakthrough movie. But I did like that the music in that movie is by Mark Mothersbaugh, who is the lead singer of Devo, and who also wrote the Rugrats theme.
Banger theme.
Banger theme.
No one's talking about that. Do 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 do.
No one's gonna ever shit on that. That one's a banger. But yeah, the title is a line from the movie Rushmore. It's okay. There's a line in it that I thought was really good. Let's play this game called When You Catch Fire, I Wouldn't piss to put you out. That's a good line. I liked it.
This is like kind of the toe in the line of like when I'm talking about the misogyny of like a lot of the edginess is this like imagery of violence against women. Or there's another line in here as when you wrap your car around the tree, your makeup looks so great next to his teeth. It's like, okay, yikes.
Yeah, you get the kind of impression someone cheated on somebody, or
oh, this is 100% him saying he wants to kill his ex-girlfriend.
All right,
like it's and yes, it's melodramatic. It's not actually a call for murder, but it is a edginess that was very common in like this scene at the time that I think reflects pretty poorly looking back on it.
Yes. I won't disagree with you on that one.
And however, the song's pretty upbeat. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Pretty dang catchy song.
The chorus is good, then the post chorus is really good as well.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, it's pretty fast pop punk. It sounds fun. If you don't listen to the lyrics,
even if you do listen to the lyrics, some of them are like they're edgy, but they are kind of fun. They're just like, you know, sometimes sexism's a little fun.
Sometimes sexism is okay.
That's not what I said. There's lots of bad things that are fun.
Fair.
You know, vandalism. It's a bad thing, but it's kind of fun.
Sure. I don't. But it's got some really good riffs. the drumming is like surprisingly like tight.
It's interesting hearing Patrick Stump so young and pretty untrained as a vocalist, because I've
Yeah.
always thought of him as like quite a capable vocalist, and apparently he wasn't. He didn't even want to sing for the band. He was not. He was forced
No.
into the role of singing, which is crazy because I think he's such an iconic frontman.
He had to discover a new vocal range for this album as well, which I thought was interesting.
You can hear him straining at some points, and it's something that he would like really hone by the time he gets to the next. By the time he get to like the next album,
Yeah.
Because he's a pretty capable vocalist for somebody who's like, I had no plans on singing in a band.
Yeah. He was I forgot what instrument he actually plays. I want to say is he the bass player?
No, Pete Wentz is the
Pete
bass player.
Wentz is the bass player. Okay, so Patrick Stump
Bro,
is the guitarist.
you had
Yeah.
no, dude. Did you know any girls at the time?
I don't know. I don't know if Fall Out Boy was just like not that popular. Simple Plan was very popular when I was in high school, but that was because they played the high school like nearby us. They played Port Hope High School. And a lot of us went to see that show. I didn't go to see the show though.
So you didn't know any girls, is what you're saying?
No, nobody like people didn't go. I don't remember people going to music shows in high schools.
People were going crazy about Pete Wentz. Is all
People
I'm saying.
were going crazy about Pete Wentz.
Pete, I so much to the point that I thought Pete Wentz was the front man of the band. Because
I mean, he's like
usually when people, not really.
Well,
He's
not
not the
singer, of
literal
course,
front man.
yeah.
He doesn't sing and play the guitar. He was just hot.
He was just hot.
He was just hot. I mean, he was hot and also like a good bassist, but like he was just like a hot dude, and everyone was obsessed with him to the point that I thought he was the front man. Turns out he wasn't. It was P Stump.
So P Stump plays guitar, and so does Joe Troman.
Joe Troman?
Was that
What's his name?
Joe Troman?
That's kind of Joe Tro.
Joe Tro. He's the guitarist. He was a guitarist from 2001 to 2009, and also the keyboardist. And then Andy Hurley plays the drums. I probably should have written that down earlier. Anyway, next song is called Dead on Arrival. It has a bunch of vinyl references in it, which I think is pretty cool. Like the part where he says, "This is side one, flip me over. I know I'm not your favorite record."
Yeah,
it's great.
That's this is why you picked it, right?
This album?
Yeah.
No, I didn't actually know any of the songs except Reinventing the Wheel.
You didn't know any songs to this album?
No, I bought it because I like Reinventing the Wheel because it was on the Burnout soundtrack, and this album was very cheap.
And that's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought that you like had gotten into the album before, so then you said let's just listen to it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. This is a good reason. Sometimes you have an album in your collection like I've just never really listened to this.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do that. I got a few of those, so I'm like,
yeah, I genuinely I got into it because I thought that one song on the one soundtrack that you only hear like 2/3 of because none of the levels are any long enough to hear a whole song was really good. But anyway, this one has a bunch of vinyl references in it. I think it's okay. I don't like the way it transitions though between, and I said this earlier, I don't like the way it transitions between the first song and then this song. I feel like it's too abrupt because the other one ends on a fade out. And then it goes into this one which has sort of like an abrupt start to it. Like it starts with a riff. I found it kind of jarring.
I like it. This one, like, oh,
it spooked me. It spooked me into, that it's happening.
To me, this I probably have specific nostalgia because it was in Rock Band.
Oh, okay.
But I think this is like kind of a pop punk classic. It's like a good hook in the verse. Like the verse is catchy, the pre-chorus is catchy. I will say, what's really annoying is he says after the chorus, "So I'm writing you a chorus, and here is your verse," and they go to a bridge.
Yeah.
It is not the verse.
Oh.
Flip me over.
Yeah, the flip me over part is really good.
I'm not your favorite record. Also, really fun to play in Rock Band.
Is it? Okay. I played Rock Band, but I don't remember this song in it. I probably played it a dozen times too, and just don't remember it.
Probably.
Um, but the songs you grow to like never stick at first. Maybe I'll like the song more another day.
Perhaps.
It's not bad. Like the riff is good, and then there's like this little instrumental part, like about a minute into it. After the
Yeah,
like
the part that they call a verse and then is actually a bridge.
yeah, it's yeah, yeah. You and I are both listening to it at the same time. I don't know. It's pretty good. Like the thing they do
I will
really
say,
well is write a riff.
yeah. Eh, they're a good hook. I will say that the quiet chorus with the slow build up is the most generic shit of all time.
100%.
The dun 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 that they just go and then tugga, and then they go into the big chorus. I was like, okay,
Yep. And they do that a lot.
it's very textbook.
I mean, I think it makes sense because this is their first album, and they were emulating other bands that they had heard, I think, or
Yeah.
other bands that were popular in their
Well, they were
scene.
making a hit. They were using a formula,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes use the formula,
And it works.
and sometimes it works.
Yeah.
Speaking of something that's a little bit different than the normal formula, Grand Theft Autumn / Where Is Your Boy?
It's like two songs joined together, sort of.
Kind of.
The song starts off a cappella, which is interesting because none of the other songs start off that way, or have a cappella in them at all.
I think that the opening guitar riff after it is sick.
Yeah,
And then they just go like, what if we take this interesting guitar riff and then throw it away and just go da 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 da, and I'm like, okay.
the song went to number
Dude,
84. It has a music video.
Dude.
Yeah, the riff is really
it's the yeah the and then they just go the verse is just like absolute snooze fest.
good. Yeah,
But
there's a lot of verse going on.
vocals super catchy, great melodies, and then the scratchy guitars in the chorus great, and then on the last chorus
Mm-hmm.
the layering
Yeah,
is like
good.
oh it's so good, so satisfying to hear the.
This was a minor hit for the band. It led the minor success it achieved by going to number 84 is what got them on the Warped Tour for 5 stops.
Which would be a really big deal for them.
Yeah, that was
because they
huge-
were like apparently there was a ton of hype for them on the Warped Tour. People were mad on Warped Tour
Yeah.
because bigger bands were like everyone's talking about Fall Out Boy.
It was interesting. Yeah, they the 5 stops they went to sold better than the remaining parts of the Warped Tour.
Did you ever go to Warped Tour, Jamie?
I did not go to Warped Tour.
That's too bad. I went to a Warped Tour.
The Warped Tour was did it no, it wasn't waning at that point. I mean, like the
That would
Warped
have
Tour's-
been like 2003 would have been like peak Warped Tour.
Yeah.
I would have been to waning Warped Tour.
Yeah, that's
That was in
true.
like 2007, 2008.
It's like going to the X Games now. I bet you the X Games isn't really that cool anymore.
I
Does
don't
the
know,
X
man.
Games?
I feel like the X Games have gotten cooler.
Really? I thought
They're probably not like not in terms of like they're not the peak they once were. They weren't like the cultural moment that
yeah,
it was.
they're being shown on ESPN.
The X Games were like the Olympics size for a little bit.
Fair. I could see. You know the stuff that Red Bull does like every week, and it's just like, hey, we're racing downhill in like
Yeah.
5-man luge.
Guys, armless man mountain bikes down Mount Everest. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay.
Yeah, so they're doing the X Games stuff. Next song's called Saturday.
Yeah.
I've never heard someone vocalize on the name of a day better than this.
Really.
I don't know. Can you think of another song that just riffs on the name of a day?
Exclusively on the name of the day?
Yeah,
Friday by Rebecca Black.
Oh, fair. But this one's Saturday.
Saturday.
It's pretty
You
good.
can tell that Patrick hasn't really found his vocal strength yet, and a lot of the vocals on this sound like pretty forced and whiny.
Yeah, I wonder how many takes this one took. The song has featured in nearly every Fall Out Boy concert since 2003. It is a fan favorite.
It's a pretty catchy one.
Yeah.
They're screaming in it,
Yeah.
which I was kind of surprised by. I never knew that there was harsh vocals in.
I don't think they do that very often.
No. And it's not very good screaming, and it's produced in a manner that's very strange.
Yes.
It's very, very behind the mix, very inoffensive.
Yeah. I'm not sure who's actually doing that.
Yeah, and I think it's
Um,
like super layered, so it sounds like it's a good scream.
Yes. That was very popular at the time. Was just like, I mean, like Alexis on Fire made a whole career on having the one guy that wasn't
But that was a
downstream.
common part of emo bands.
Yeah.
Of like you'd have like the screamer.
Or like the guy who just like
Yeah.
yeah, in the back, yeah.
Which is like nice. Imagine being able to bring your friend along who doesn't know how to play instruments
Mm-hmm.
and can't sing either, but he can do the. That's not fair. Okay, as a vocalist, as somebody who's sung a lot and tried harsh screaming is very difficult. So cool. Shout out to good screamers.
Yeah, this is one of the few songs where Stump and Wentz collaborated on lyrics. Pete Wentz said this was their best representation of the band. And both of them hate the previous song. Huh. Weird. I don't know. I like the previous song really well. Lyrically, this song is a lot like their later work, where it's a lot about wrestling with contradictory emotions, which is like a core tenet of the band. It's just like not knowing how to.
Not know how to feel.
Yeah. I like it. It's pretty good. It's got a good riff. It
I don't
gives,
really care for it, man. I'm glad it's a fan favorite. It's just such a skip for me.
eh.
Saturday.
The nice thing about this album is that the songs aren't long, and also the album itself is fairly short. Because if you don't like the song, there's another one about 3 minutes away, and you don't have to listen to it again.
Yeah. Speaking of one that's just 3 minutes away,
Homesick at Space Camp.
I like a good name for a song.
Yeah,
Not about that.
not about it at all. For the listener at home, I went to Space Camp in grade 8. It was in Laval, Quebec, and we took the
Whoa,
train there.
Did you have astronaut ice cream?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I did.
What is space camp like? I've never been to space camp.
Space Camp was great. There's a at the one in Laval, which is in Quebec for the listener at home. They
Quebec by Wien?
yeah, right. They have an entire replica of the space shuttle in the one room with a working Canadarm.
Whoa. Did you
And
control the Canadarm?
was that someone got to choose like obviously the popular kid was in the Canadarm. And so we act out a mission. I was in mission control. There were people in the cockpit of the space shuttle, and there were people in the bay. And then there were all the ground crew, and you had to hit certain buttons at a certain time. You had to follow along with a book, like a script, because if you didn't do it, they didn't make it back to Earth.
Oh, crap.
That was an actual thing that happened.
People died going to space?
No, in 2003. Remember the the Columbia,
The Challenger explosion?
the Challenger? That was in 1980 something or other.
I don't remember the Columbia explosion.
That you don't? Oh, were you?
Well, when that happened, I said, this already happened. Boring.
But anyway,
No, I do remember that.
so that would have been in 2001 that I went to space camp. That sounds right. Anyway, that was a good time. I wasn't homesick at space camp though, because space camp was a really good time. This song, however, is just okay. What would you think about it?
I think it's a fun one. I like the layered vocals
Yeah.
on the final chorus. The harmonies are great on this one. I like the line landing on a runway in Chicago and I'm grounded all my dreams.
Yeah.
There's a lot of clever and catchy and kind of lovelorn lyrics on this album. Some of them do not hit. Some of them have aged terribly.
Sure.
But the harmonies on the pre-chorus in this one, great. And the tom heavy bridge with the acoustic parody is a parody with the acoustic guitar sounds like somebody's making fun of pop punk.
Yes.
And then the group vocals come in and I'm like, Oh my god.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, let's say you had never, you were in 2003 and you never heard another pop punk album.
Let's say, yeah, but then everything sounds cool if it's the first time you're hearing
That's
it.
right. Everything sounds cool the first time you heard it. If you were 23 years on, this album sounds somewhat rote. But I like it.
Yeah, perhaps I'm underestimating how innovative it was at the time,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it was that innovative at the time.
It's debatable. A lot of publications say that it really set the stage for subsequent bands.
I'm saying I'm not surprised. It made an audience for this kind of music
Yes.
because they fused the pop sensibilities and made it super catchy.
Yes.
To me, it's just stealing so much from like post-hardcore, late third wave, emo, and like pop punk that was already established by the bands like Blink-182
Yeah.
or
Certainly.
early Rise Against.
But what's interesting is that Blink-182, after this album comes out, sort of sounds
emo.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of sounds more like Fall Out Boy. I do like the line, "Tonight the headphones will deliver you the words that I can't say." That's very.
That is so.
Yeah.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
Yeah. 100%.
It's a good line.
That's an MSN status.
Oh my god, yes, 100%.
Yes.
Yes, that is an MSN status.
Yeah. Anyway, for the listener at home, MSN was a chat service.
Yeah, not just the homepage of Edge.
um.
It was the chat service.
Yeah. I mean, unless you were an AOL or ICQ person, but I didn't
Which
know
meant you were out
anybody.
of touch.
Yes, I
And
didn't.
you
know
probably weren't
anybody.
listening to Fall Out Boy.
No, you probably weren't listening to Fall Out Boy. No. The next song is called "Sending Postcards from a Plane Crash." Brackets. Wish you were here.
Make my grave the bed, shovel dirt onto my sheets.
Yep.
That's a truly terrible lyric.
Yep.
Like,
The riff is good though.
yeah, it is. This is a really good riff.
I am such a sucker, and I'm always the last to know. Amen, brothers. Likewise. I don't know. I do like. So about 20 seconds in, after the line, "My insides are copper, I killed them to make them gold," the next lines are really fast spoken, and I really like that. The rest of the song, somewhat forgettable, but listenable. And the song's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long, so you can't really. It's like not long enough for you to hate it.
Yeah, this one's really generic. It's a snooze fest.
Again, the extremely competent, catchy riff. The drummer is really hitting those things.
Yeah.
There's it's another song with a chorus and a post-chorus. I really like the riff in the chorus. I think the part is like really good. Sorry for doing that to the listener at home. Really catchy riff there. And then we get into the next song.
Chicago is so 2 years ago.
It's not very good. Or it's just
Yeah.
okay. I don't know. I don't really like the way it starts. So there was like a thing in music at that time where songs had to start in the middle of something. So like the beginning riff or like the beginning part of the song sounds like the holdover from another song. Like it sounds like a song that's already been playing. And I'm not really here for that, but then it gets into a pretty good like spot where the I don't know how to describe it, like where the drummer is just like kind of like really beating on them, and then like the beat is like,
Oh, he's doing like the tom rolls.
Yeah. Thank you, those are words I should know.
Yeah.
But then they only really do it for that one section, and it stops being cool, because like there's a light on in Chicago is not a good line, and the chorus is kind of lame.
Yeah.
But
There's a pickup truck out in front of your neighbor's house.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't care for this one either, but I do care for the next one.
Oh, I was gonna one last thing about that one. The outro on that particular song is sung by Justin Pierre of Motion City Soundtrack.
I was wondering who was that because it's a voice we haven't heard.
Yeah, that's Justin Pierre from Motion City Soundtrack.
Okay, let's go to the pros and cons of breathing.
The chorus is so good.
This is a good emo track.
Yeah,
This is a good emo track.
this one is great. This is one of the more standout tracks on the album, in my opinion. Maybe also Adam's opinion because he said this one is great.
It's
But the chorus is really good on this song. The riff is kind of hard or heavy. There's some really good palm muting on this one. That's something I know. But there's a lot of like down strumming and palm muting and
yeah. There's this really great lead riff that comes over that kind of higher up in the neck lead riff that comes over in the post chorus.
yeah.
This is like proper emo.
Yes. I want to hate you as half as much as I hate myself.
Yeah,
That's the best emo song.
that's emo as hell.
That's emo as hell. And I know that I could crush you with my voice. Another great emo line.
Yeah, this one's
But-
great. I think this is a great. It's also still very tightly packaged in this pop in the pop
Yes.
stylings. Super great, super catchy song. Really like this one.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 40 seconds long too. Not
Really?
long.
What?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
I was
Excuse
like, it's
me.
3 minutes and 22 seconds.
Excuse me. Yes, I was. We were already playing.
But
this
it's
song.
so good it feels shorter than that.
Yeah. Pardon me on that one.
Next one, Grenade Jumper.
This was a fan service song. It was to thank
Yeah,
Fans
this is an example of a
so they had a handful of fans. Now their one friend Chris, his name is Chris Gutierrez, and he played in another band that played along with them, in their early days, and he was like their only fan in the sense that he went to every show. But they also make the point in the song that you would have been there anyway because he was already playing in another band that was playing at the same time. So like he was their only fan, but also he was already there. I don't know why it's called Grenade Jumper. We never figure out why.
So do you know why it's called Grenade Jumper?
No.
So remember back in Jersey Shore days,
Okay.
what a grenade is? It's an ugly woman.
Oh.
And so when they were desperate to when they were touring and they couldn't afford accommodations, they'd refer to whoever would sleep with somebody so that they could all stay at the place as the Grenade Jumper.
I see.
This is the latent misogyny inherent.
That's all right. Well, anyway, this song's not very good anyway. It's worth skipping. The next song though,
And the oohs are really weird on this one. They're like badly produced.
on Grenade Jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The vocal, it's very strange.
yeah.
I
I won't
think this
disagree
one's
with
okay. It's a nice catchy pop punk track, but
Yes, it is definitely catchy. I do like a good shout out to someone's friend too.
yeah, I like that the lyrics are nice.
Yeah. Come Before the Storm, maybe one of my favorite tracks on the album.
Really?
I really like this song.
This one I wrote. This one's fine, I guess.
I really like how deep the guitars sound and the bass line that's like very tight in line with the guitars. It just makes the riff sound really deep,
Mhm.
especially if you listen to it on a stereo.
Yeah.
Like the palm muting and the bass make like shake speakers in my house. I think it's pretty good in that sense. This is the only song they kept from their original demo. This is the only one that exists from the prior iteration of Fall Out Boy. The section around 2 minutes and 52 seconds is exceptionally tight. Please listen to that at home. It's like a bridge, I guess, before the song ends.
It's
really good.
good.
It is the longest song on the album by a minute.
What?
Yeah.
What song are we talking about?
Calm Before the Storm.
Oh, it is. Wow, I never noticed that.
Yeah, it's like a minute longer than all the other songs. But I like it. If I was to make a list of songs, like, if I was gonna do like Robert Christgau would do and put like a bomb beside something or like a thumbs up,
Yeah.
this one would get a thumbs up. It wouldn't get a bomb.
Not a bomb.
Yeah.
There's
Sorry.
more mediocre screaming at the ending.
Yes, and the mediocre screaming is by someone. It is by the mediocre screaming.
Well, it's okay.
is-
So the screaming's not bad. It's just mixed so weird. There's way too much of like, it's way too much of the. It's like wow, and there's like, but the like
Oh.
what part of it is like the whole mix.
Oh, it's by Pete Wentz. Which okay, here this is why you think it sounds weird. Its bridge features a screaming harmony from Pete Wentz, which took 5 or 6 digital tracks to create. So it's just 5 or 6.
Yeah, they just need to like tone down him going wah, because it goes when he goes wah, it's like it takes like the whole mix. It's like the loudest thing in the song for just a short second. It's really weird.
Yeah. Other than that, I like that one.
I do like it. The screams are like the melodic screams at the end like are good.
Yeah.
Uh,
Next we get to the fastest song on the album.
yeah, this is like just straight ahead pop punk.
Yeah, this is reinventing the wheel to run myself over. If you listen to it, you will understand why it's on a racing game soundtrack.
Yeah, this sounds like it was out of. This is the exact kind of music they put into Burnouts and Flat Out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
This song is a banger. It is why I bought the album.
yeah, this one I think is really good. It's a really fun, upbeat. Doesn't have nearly as much melodrama. Oh, I can't do this by myself.
Yeah,
18 going on extinct.
Yeah, right. The chorus has like a kind of a cool riff. At the song's conclusion, the drummer from Plain White Tees does a goofy like thing that leads into the next song. And that was the first time I thought about the band Plain White Tees in a long time. Were they the one that did Hey There Delilah?
Yes.
Oh, that song sucks ass.
I don't know. It's pretty cute.
If you had to hear it every day in your third year of university,
I had to hear it every day when I was in junior high.
Okay, God, I feel old.
So like, listen, school maybe took me a little bit longer than you.
Junior high was the best 8 years of my life.
Yeah, dude, I loved it. Yeah, I hit my growth spurt in junior high.
Did you?
Didn't everybody? Yeah, I had a beard. Yeah, being the only guy to have a beard in junior high is way less impressive when you've been there for 8 years.
This song is just very fun. I really liked it. It's probably my favorite song on the album. Again, it is the reason I bought it. And then it gets into another song that I really like.
Yeah.
It ends the album on a really high note called The Patron Saint of Liars and Fakes.
Good song title.
Yeah. It has a really good hard riff to start it out.
It's in drop D.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, man.
Oh, just like every Rolling Stone song?
What?
Aren't they all on drop D?
The Rolling Stones?
No, it's open G. Never mind.
What?
A lot of them are.
Oh, interesting.
Because that's what Keith Richards likes. They're not in drop D. So,
Yeah, so I was like, I don't think they're in drop D.
So anyway, open G.
Yeah, this is a great closer. Another high energy track. They really bring it on home for this one.
Yeah, it's good.
And I like how it just cuts off.
Yeah. On the LP, it leads directly into the runoff. It doesn't have like a quiet period. It just goes right into the runoff. Yeah, yeah, just like that. Yeah, that you're a really good Can you do an impression of a phonograph that hasn't been cranked enough? This guy does improv.
The runaway American dream.
Terrible.
I don't know why it's Bruce Springsteen on phonograph, but that was what came to my brain.
Baby, we were born to run through the rest of this album. This one is pretty good. I really enjoyed the way it ends the album. I would say the album starts off and ends on a high note.
Yeah, I think I would agree. I think that there's kind of a lull in the middle, but like first,
I don't think there's a bad side on this album. I don't think there's a side of the album that you shouldn't listen to. And
no, it's such a short album. It's tight. It's fun, catchy pop songs.
Why don't we talk more about the album?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this like a special version? Because
nope.
Okay, because it's prominent enough that they could have come back and been like, we made a special edition of this.
This is a 2003 pressing of this album.
Whoa!
I bought
really?
This. No, this isn't. This is the 2023.
Okay, I was like, that's crazy. I was like,
this is the 20th.
I would have been so surprised if they pressed anything on the Fall Out Boy. On
this is the 20th anniversary.
So one thing to note about this is that I think the cover for this is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it looks like an old jazz album.
It does. And it says it's high fidelity, which is also like a jazz album.
That's funny because it's kind of a lie.
It's medium fidelity.
Yeah.
This is taken in the studio they recorded it. Fall Out Boy looks really young. Almost all of them are wearing Chuck Taylor All-Stars.
Good shoe.
A classic shoe. The inner sleeve has a record player on the one side, and then really young photos of the band on the opposite side.
The photos are fine. I think the idea of having the record on the front of the record sleeve is stupid as hell, and I love it.
The reverse side has the lyric sheet on it, as well as the thanks, and it says you should write Fall Out Boy.
Thanks for the memories.
Number 219 1187 Wilmette Avenue, Wilmette, Illinois, 60,091.
Did you catch that, Jamie?
Was that thanks for the memories,
Yeah.
even if they weren't so good?
It's a Fall Out Boy song.
That's a Fall Out Boy song. Take This to Your Grave was produced by Peter Wentz, Andrew Hurley, Patrick Stump, and Joseph Troman. Incredible. Is this a special? No, it's blue. Okay, it is a blue. It is blue.
Nice. That's nice.
It's extreme heavyweight vinyl. I think it's 180 gram. It is a true LP. It's not one of those weird ones like on 45. And
it could have fit. It probably could have fit 40.
It probably could have. It is. It says all over that it is produced by or pressed by Field by Remen. But anyway, I paid $21 for it. I went to our local record store and I bought it. They just happened to have dozens of copies of it. I actually don't think they had that many. They probably had like 3 or 4. But $21 is cheap for a record in Year of Our Lord 2026.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You know what? I guess I was at the Arrogant Worms concert last night.
Oh yeah.
They were selling their vinyl record of their latest album,
and
for $25.
That's not bad.
And I was like, I almost bought it on principle of it being reasonably priced, but then I was like, I don't really want the most recent Arrogant Worms album.
I want an older one.
I was like, if it was Say Cheese or Russell's Pants, I would probably pick up one of those.
Pick them up, yeah. Arrogant Worms are, of course, a Canadian
legends.
Yeah, they've been doing stuff for 30 years.
Yeah, probably 30 years.
Yeah. They're kind of funny. They're very funny.
Yeah, I think kind is suitable. Yeah. They were really funny last night. That was the 3rd time I've seen them.
Would you say that they're Canada's answer to They Might Be Giants? Sort of.
They're more comedy oriented than They Might Be Giants.
Fair enough.
They're kind of more like a Weird Al, but they are very much folk music.
Yes.
But they play bangers like the Last Saskatchewan Pirate is like their hit that people probably in the States might even know.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That's a banger.
Yeah, in 2003 I probably would have really been into. Well, maybe I was.
They were like, I think they were the second concert I ever went to.
Really
Yeah.
Eh.
First one was Bare Naked Ladies.
Another
Yeah.
Canadian
I
legend.
want to just say, grade for me is living the life right now. This
Mhm.
year, I go in to see Arrogant Worms. I have tickets to see Prozac,
Mhm.
and I have tickets to see Weird Al Yankovic.
It's 1998 is very living in your memories.
Dude, you don't know how old I am.
You're not old enough to have memories of 1998.
No,
You are
not
old
really.
enough to have, but no. You just turned 30.
Yeah, I'm 30. I'm 31.
Close enough.
I went 3 in 98, so
3.
I'm 3 years old in 98.
Crazy. I think this album is pretty good, and for $21, it's worth buying.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like most of the pressings now are on various colors. Mine is translucent blue. If you can get colored vinyl for under $30,
You've won.
you've won.
Yeah.
This album is a buy. From my book, do I think it is as influential as publications such as Rolling Stone and Kerrang think it is? I don't know. But also, there's a lot of time removed from when the album came out to now. So
Yeah.
I have the 20th anniversary edition. It came out in 2023. The album is now 23 years old.
That's crazy. It's old enough to drink.
It's old. Yeah, it was old enough to vote the last time. They put out the almost. No, it was old enough to vote. Yeah. Um, I think it is worth listening to if you can get past some of the dated lyrics and sameness of some of their songs.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that, like, in terms of as a stepping stone to the mainstream domination that emo music had
Yeah.
in the early 2000s, 100% that this had a big impact on that. This was like really refining the formula to bring it to the masses
Mm-hmm.
and make it viable as pop music and not just as underground. And they stepped into the gap where that was left open by like the fall of pop punk bands like Offspring and
Mm.
Blink 182, which were bands that like were relatable but almost so they were comedic enough and like removed enough from the emotion that they were often
Yeah.
funnier and more critical and cynical than they were truly emotive.
Yeah.
And then
So Fall Out Boy isn't punk enough to be called a punk band,
no.
and they're not pop enough to be called a pop band, and that's why they're pop punk.
Yeah. But
Right.
I'd say that like the thing that made them emo
Yes.
was in part the lyrics, the very, very emotional lyrics. And like, yes, I don't want to like Blink-182 has very emotional lyrics, but also like even cheekier, even more jokey kind of lyrics from like a lot of the punk bands.
I mean, Blink 182 is also the band that has a song called Family Reunion, or is it Family Reunion? They have a song that just riffs on the 7 words you can't say on TV,
Yeah.
which is jokey.
Yeah. There's
Uh,
yeah. So I think that like the sincerity and emotion was kind of what led to the emo revival and what made it work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's a cool album. It was a good pick, Jamie.
Thank you.
Yeah. What are we doing? Are we rating things out of 10 now?
I don't know. Do you want to rate things out of 10? We
I
don't
mean,
have to
I'll
rate
rank
them
things out of 10.
I'd probably give this album an 8.5.
Really?
Yeah.
I give this album a 6. It's good. It's 5. If it's a 5, that's the line.
6.8.
Below 5, it's bad. Below 5, it's the further below 5, it's bad. But if it's a 6, it's good. It's worth your time, especially if you like the genre.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for listening. I'm tired.
Hi, tired. I'm dead. Thanks for joining us.
If you enjoyed listening to this one, check out like please listen to other episodes.
We've covered other pop punk bands before. We've covered Blink-182. We've also covered Green Day's American Idiot and Dookie.
Yeah, maybe we'll cover some more modern pop punk because I think that's had a little bit of a
Sure.
resurgence. I would love to talk about like Jeff Rosenstock or Pup
Sure,
or
let's
something
do it.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Well, thanks for coming along.
thanks you, Jamie. Yuka is devouring the Velcro on there.
I saw that.
All right, Yuka's my
Anyway.
cat. Anyways, thanks so much for listening, listener. I love you.
Bye now.
Bye.